Welcome. I love to see you back. I hope you have returned. This is a space for alignment and not for perfection. So we're back. It's Taurus season, and we're going to be learning through the body, moving with flexibility, and meeting ourselves with grace. Last season was Aries season, and we learned how to initiate, and we supported ourselves by opening up the areas of our body that help us to initiate in that childlike forward motion that Aries brings. And also how to initiate with grace and initiate with intention. And so after initiation comes stabilization. Taurus teaches us how to stay. I invite you to take what supports your balance and leave the rest. Take a breath, feel the weight of your body, and allow the exhale to slow us down. So let's take a breath in. I truthfully haven't stretched even since our last time together. So I'm hoping that Taurus season, the energy pulls me to grounding myself a little bit more, and I find myself here a few more times before we meet you next season in Gemini. All right, let's begin. Okay, let's start with opening up our neck as always, because we can always just use a neck opener from our whatever day to day. Typically day kind of lands here, creeps into other areas. So as I talk a little bit about Taurus, we'll start with the neck stretch before we move into the other stretches. So you're going to take you can mirror me. So this technically is your left hand. Take a breath in. As you exhale, you're just gonna gently pull your neck open again, allowing this shoulder to drop. Don't let yourself pull yourself. You can even put this hand on the floor. And you want to feel the weight of through this elbow as you take a few breaths. As I talk about the fact that Taurus energy invites us into safety and consistency, wisdom, sustainability. Drop your head down forward, you take it to the other side. Slowness as wisdom. Dropping both shoulders. Taurus energy moves with discernment, not laziness. So they get a bad rap, dropping your head, bring your head forward, for being lazy. But Taurus is like, listen, I'm only going to do what's wise. I'm not going to be doing the most just to be doing the most. And I love that. Take a breath, drop your elbows, really feeling this in the back of the neck. Good. Let's take a full circle around. And Taurus energy asks the body, is it safe to be here? How many of you do not feel safe in your body? And for multiple reasons that can, move along a spectrum of things, but we can assist that even just by opening up the areas where we carry maybe emotions or traumas or things like that make us feel unsafe. These simple movements often can just open up those areas just a little bit more to feel a little bit more safe, in complement and in supplement to hopefully the healing and inner work that you may need in order to really feel safe in your body. But Taurus energy is inviting you to ask that question. Let's do it one more time. Motherhood tie-ins might be feeding. Does your body feel safe enough to feed? And for moms that are breastfeeding, a lot of the time that well can open up once you've asked yourself that question and kind of dealt with that. Taking over to the other side. Routines. That really helps with stabilization, and definitely that postpartum. I know when I came home from a very hectic NICU situation, I found that routine, even still to this day, just kind of like staple moments in the day. I'm not like crazy, but just knowing certain things, I should be reaching towards certain things at certain points of the day helps to ground me. Back to the center. And as you stretch here, take another breath. Postpartum grounding, which I just talked about, and predictability as regulation. Because, especially I would say if you have more than one child, even if, for me, that came home from a journey of just so much dysregulation almost, forming a sense of predictability for myself was very healing and very grounding, and regulated my nervous system quite a bit. So that's what you can pull from Taurus and bring to your motherhood, and I hope that helps. So let's take this out of the mind and into the body next. Okay, so we're going to be focusing today mostly on our lower body, like the trunk of our body. As always, we're going to start with a child's pose. So I'm going to turn completely to the side, and we're just really going to release as much as you can. Getting down deep. If your child's pose is somewhere here, you might want to put a pillow between your bottom and on top of your feet. That sometimes helps you to kind of let go and not hold onto anything while you're in this child's pose. And you want your big toes to be touching. Make sure, I've seen a lot of friends kind of cross one foot over the other. Just make sure it's making like a triangle. Your knees should be fairly wide apart, shoulder width at the very least. And just walk your fingertips out. Take a breath. Just let everything release. Feel where you might be holding on to something. See if you can let it go with an exhale. Let's take one more breath. Oh, I love a good child's pose. All right, we're going to come back sitting onto our bottom. We're going to be taking a point and a flex. And I was just with my friends at a birthday celebration, and even right now, as I'm pointing and flexing, I'm feeling quite a bit of tension in those toes. So we're gonna work that out, flexing all the way back, feeling the calves, and take a point. And let's take some ankle rolls. Taking 2 circles with the right and left foot out to the sides, and let's reverse, bringing it back inside. Awesome. All right, shake that out. Waking up our feet. So if you have one, you want to grab a towel at this point, because we're going to use it to really open up our calves. All right, I've got my towel. Back a little bit. So you're going to take the towel and you're going to bring your feet, you can bring them pretty close together. If a shorthand towel like this is still, like you're kind of still struggling to reach it, You can get one a little bit longer so you don't have to hold that, go that far if it's too much for you. If you can make it, you're gonna reach down. You wanna put the towel at about the ball of your feet. And we're gonna pull back. Take a breath in. We're gonna start with both feet, both calves rather. You should be feeling it right in those calves, and we'll go a little deeper individually. Pull them back. Now I want the towel, and you're gonna put a little bit of tension in your arms here. I don't want you to I don't want your feet to flex. I want the towel to do the work for you right now and make this a little bit passive. Once you've got a good grip, you kind of release up the top of your body as well. All right, let's reset. Shake that out. Let's do one foot at a time. Go a little bit deeper. So let's start with this one here. So you can actually start with a bent leg. So you might get this a little bit in your hamstring as well, but we're going for the calf. So you'll start with a bent leg, take a breath in. As you exhale, you're thinking about pushing that heel forward. If it's too far down, like I'm not really feeling much there, ooh, yeah, you're gonna go a little bit higher. And then as you allow that calf to really open up, you may lift find your heel lifting up off the floor a little bit. Whew. Really enjoying that. Take another breath. Good. Let's do the other foot. Again, don't go too far down. Somewhere right, like at the ball of your foot at the lowest. It can be somewhere between the toes. We'll start with a bent knee. Take a breath in. Exhale. Straighten and continue to really pull and get deep into that calf. One more breath. Awesome. All right, shaking that out. Let's go to our next stretch, which will be in our inner thighs. I'm with the half straddle first. So you're taking your left, my right, if you're mirroring me. All right, so you have one leg out and you're gonna fold the other leg halfway in. Pretty comfortably. You don't have to kind of tuck this in all extra tight, wherever feels comfortable and natural for it to be. You're gonna turn your belly button and shoulders toward the long leg. Take a breath in and walk. As you go down, you may need to adjust the other leg. You're gonna walk the fingertips down over this leg. We're gonna indulge here for a bit. I'm feeling my inner thigh light up. Stabilizing through Taurus, stabilizing these stretches, grounding ourselves through the tension. One more breath. Shoulders down and relax. We're gonna walk our fingertips to the middle. Oh yeah. Now my hip is rising a little bit, so I might just kind of be mindful of that. I don't want to invite any tension, trying to force it down, but I'm not gonna kind of until I feel it release, which it may do. So let's take a few breaths. If you're not experiencing that, ignore me. And first sink kind of down right here where you are. The focus is the inner thigh, so, I kind of still feel that hip lifting just a bit, but I'm getting an inner thigh stretch, so I'm not going to be too concerned about it. I really want my shoulders relaxed and down. And as I'm feeling myself sink a little bit deeper into the stretch, I'll take my arms out a little further. Relax into it. One more breath. Good. You're gonna walk your hands back. Coming up, take an exhale. Roll the shoulders back and down. Awesome, let's do the other side. Okay. Now this side is a lot tighter on me. My left side, if you watched the last video, you know about my scoliosis, and I'm feeling this left side of my body kind of shortening in these later days of my aging, getting wiser. So we're turning our stomachs and shoulders, like even this is it's a lot more difficult for me on this side. Take a breath in. But we're gonna work with it, work through it. Allow yourself to be in tune with what's happening. Where are you feeling it? I'm getting a good back stretch though over here. I'm even having a little bit of trouble feeling the stretch in the inner thigh on this side. Let's see how it goes once we go to the middle. I'll go a little deeper, but I'm getting it in other areas. Maybe just because of the shape of my spine, which is okay. So from down here, see this one I feel, this one I feel a lot more when I take it to the center. I don't know about you. So she needed this. Ooh, baby. Yeah, I gotta do this a lot more, friends. I hope you join me. Let's take one more breath. Ooh, she's on fire. Or I guess we should say she is deepening into the earth for our Earth Taurus sign this season. Let's walk it up. Ooh, baby. Yes. Shake that out. All right. We're going to switch this up. Just going to go a little bit deeper. If you, you know what? Let's hit that one on the back end. So let's do knees to chest first. We're going to take, we're going to lie down, bring both knees to our chest. You can rock side to side. From here, we're going to take both knees, take them, let them reach the floor first. If you've got the space, you can open your arms out to the side. Just because of where I'm at, I'm going to make kind of like a U shape or a square, like a touchdown. And we're going to drop our knees to one side. It doesn't matter which side. And just let them go. Take a breath. Oh, love a good yawning exhale. If you want to feel this a little bit deeper, you can take the opposite hand to the knee that's on top. As you breathe, just kind of gently press kind of down and forward in this stretch. Good. I'm gonna take the other side. Start with the arms up. Make sure you start by centering your hips and you don't shimmy to one side to then put them down. You want to start with your hips centered. Take a breath in and then drop them. So you're really opening up where alignment comes from. Take that top hand and open this up a little bit deeper. Awesome. Good. Coming back to the center. Okay. So we're going to roll to one side, push yourself up, and we're going to return to this half straddle, but instead of it being a straddle, we're going to use a half split and go a little bit deeper in that inner thigh. So you're going to you can mirror me now completely. So we're facing this direction. Put your right leg in front, and you're going to take your left leg behind you. Depending on how you're feeling, how your hips feel, all those things, the more further back it is, the more you'll feel this stretch. But you want it to be somewhere here. If you need a little, like I'm on a little bit of a hard surface, so I'm gonna take my towel here and just stick it into my knees, kind of digging into the floor here. But that feels great, much better. But you want to, once you stabilize the leg, you can shimmy forward a little bit, and we're gonna walk this down. So you really get in more so the hamstring, which feels pretty good. But you might get a nice pull from that kind of psoas, the top of your inner thigh. So yeah, from your psoas down and through that quad. Take a breath. Walk the fingertips, relax the shoulders, let the head drop. Ooh, I'm getting this somewhere between the bottom of my hamstring, right? The tippy top of my calf. Good, one more breath. Good. Let's walk this back up. That felt beautiful. We're gonna take this to the other side. So I'm gonna flip completely. Get my support towel here. Take this leg out. Readjust. Ugh. See, not even as, I know what I'm talking about, but I need to do it more, because even I'm feeling my agility tempting me, or like telling me like, girl, if you don't get down with us, we will be leaving the building. Take a breath in, and exhale, go down. Not agility is not the word, my flexibility, to keep it simple. She's like, girl, we don't just hang around. You're not spending time with us. Ooh, baby. Yeah, this left side of my body I need some TLC. I was able to release my quad. Check in with where you're holding, and where you're, through an exhale, you can release. Nice. If I spend some time, I can find it. But yeah. All right. I would like to honestly stay here forever, but for the sake of this video, we're gonna move on. All right, in the pose. So we're gonna move that I want you to find yourself in, but once you get there, you're gonna find me pop back up, and I want you to remain. I've got a little something obstructing my, that's better, all right. So you're just gonna lie here, palms up, relax your toes and your feet. Whether you're someone, maybe your natural rolls inward, maybe it rolls out. And take a few breaths. And I do wanna note, if lying straight down, you're already feeling your body kind of clench up, just start by putting both knees up. And you wanna feel the small of your back or your tailbone softening into the floor. Pardon me. Whew. And once you feel comfort here in your lumbar spine and your lower back softens up and melts into the floor a little bit more, then you can gradually take one foot, check that out, and then take the other. And the goal is to continue to feel that belly button connection to your lower back into the floor. Not in a forced manner, but if when you first lay down, you were, your body kind of clenched up and you have this huge arch in your back, go ahead and support that first. And then let everything go. Just a little tidbit. So as you lay here, you're just going to lie here and relax. I'm going to chat a little bit more with you, but more so to you, as you lie, about Taurus. So continue to lie, continue taking breaths, breathing into the nose, out through the mouth. Notice where you're holding and what happens when you don't push past sensation. Pushing past is kind of like what I just described. You could, in that lying down position, if you're uncomfortable, you've got the arching of your back and that position doesn't feel safe. And it's one of the most kind of neutral, simple positions that one can allow their body to lie in. So if you are unclear about how to support that, Taurus energy, again, is inviting us to explore what helps to ground us by questioning what happens when you don't push past the sensation. I would rephrase that to say what happens when you support the sensation, because the sensation can be one that is not so comfortable or one that is inviting and a melting sensation, a grounding sensation, or is it one that's, stopping and creating resistance to the goal here? And talking about Taurus, what are some of the strengths of Taurus in the body that can look like endurance? It can look like loyalty to yourself, embodied boundaries. So not only are you respecting boundaries that you've set for yourself, but you've embodied those boundaries as well. So you're allowing yourself to recognize when you feel safe, your body will give you feedback. And when you don't feel safe, your body will also give you feedback. And recognizing what that feels like, what the differences are. Your ability to stay, your ability to find stabilization and lean into that. Coming from Aries, always looking for the next thing. You'll notice, I'll give you a little tip as we travel through the Zodiac. Each one gives something to the one before it. So if Aries taught us to initiate, Taurus is teaching us how to, when we initiate, when also to know how to sit still. And you'll find that Gemini is going to add on to that energy as well. Ask yourself this: where does your body naturally relax? That you know what I'm saying? Like, I think about that a lot, and I think about that often in terms of the people that I'm with. Who do I feel the most safe in my body around certain people? When does my body, when do I feel less tension, less sensation in my body around certain people? And when do I feel, some buzzing, some gut action, some tension in my shoulders around certain people? That's embodying boundaries, and then respecting that and being able to know how to hold space for the people, because sometimes it's people that you love and people that you care for. Maybe your children, to be honest. Some of your children you're allowed to kind of soften and relax around, and some have you on edge, and that's okay. And it's just learning and understanding how to move with that energy and navigate through it in a way that creates safety for you and, of course, those that you love. And what sensations feel nourishing? So, same question. I kind of jumped ahead. What sensations, maybe around who or with who, or what you possibly can do, help you bring in sensations that feel nourishing? For example, when me just lying on the floor and kind of just allowing my body to kind of melt into the floor. Yeah, I need to do that more. I've done it a lot more in the past. I need to do that more. That feels nourishing to me. So what sensations feel nourishing for you? It doesn't always have to be movement. Maybe being in the kitchen and making food for your family and loved ones, working with your children in schooling, being at work. Whatever feels nourishing to you, meditate on that and really make sure that you're checking for that, because that also can change at certain points. And then how now you're going to work with that energy. But we're looking for feedback that helps us feel safe right now in this Taurus energy. If you're still with me and you're listening and you're lying, continue to breathe. Continue to feel where you're feeling nourished, where you're feeling certain sensations that you can support. And now we're going to talk about the shadows of the shadow side of Taurus, which can look like fear of change, clinging to comfort, numbness mistaken for calm. There's always a balance to every energy, right? Too far to the shadow, the balance side is knowing when to rest, when to stay, and how to nurture that, right? Then there's the shadow side, which then has you're so comfortable that feels like calm. And you're afraid to expand, go beyond yourself because of your comfortability. That's the shadow side. We never want to be so stable in ourselves that we then create stagnation. Just keep that in mind. And looking through a motherhood lens, this can look like staying in survival routines. So as I talked about, when I came home from a very chaotic experience, I found that, routines that I made for myself and a little predictability helped me to regulate my nervous system. Now, from the outside looking in, some people think or may say or have expressed to me that, I'm like too rigid and that I'm too clingy. I'm clinging too closely to my routines. To me, it doesn't feel that way, because that's exactly what I was saying, that I have a kind of a outline of when things should happen throughout the day. That grounds me. I'm not at a point, I may have started there, but I'm definitely not at a point now where he has to eat at this time, we have to go to bed at this time. I'm, for my own boundaries and my own stability in the day as well, shooting for certain times, and some days we're like right on target and it feels amazing. Some days we're way off, but at least I have a center. At least I have something that I know I'm working towards or working from or adjusting from. And avoiding necessary shifts is the shadow side. So, right, if I was like so rigid that now I'm dysregulated because certain things didn't happen at these times, I'm now operating from a shadow side of Taurus energy. And, you don't want to be there either. Now I'm causing anxiety because we're not sticking to certain routines. So think about that if you find yourself, dabbling in that kind of thought process from time to time, or you feel yourself getting to that point. Or if you're someone who can kind of pull on a little Taurus energy and you feel a little bit chaotic and you need a little bit of grounding, a routine or two couldn't hurt, a certain time of day to do certain things you could possibly benefit from. Finding that balance between the tipping scale of Taurus energy is really, it could be a really great thing. If you as a mom carry Taurus energy, you want to protect your rest, you want to honor your pace, and you want to trust your body wisdom. Everything we talked about today, I love those points. Protecting your rest. I can do a lot better at that because I'm a heavy night owl. Like, I love my me time at night, but at certain times it does compromise the amount of sleep that I do get. But I'm also getting rest. So as long as I may not get the best night's sleep every night, but I am getting rest and being able to kind of nurture my me time, my quiet time, and do, sometimes I'm just relaxing or sometimes I'm working. So that's me protecting my rest. Again, honoring your pace. Again, if you're setting up certain routines for yourself, honoring that today you're on point and you're right on top of it, and some days you're not. And being able to honor that and know that, again, you have something to go return to tomorrow. That's honoring your pace. You're not always going to be. So I've been learning that, and it's been feeling really good. And trust your body wisdom. So again, that's embodying boundaries and really knowing, trusting that your intuition and your gut. And sometimes you don't feel it here. Sometimes you feel certain sensations in other parts of your body that are trying to communicate certain messages to you, or certain emotions. And all emotions are giving us signals. They're trying to tell us something, trying to get us to realize some things that we can take as feedback and data to understand ourselves and our relation to others. If your child carries Taurus energy, you want to also honor their rhythms. Reduce rushing transitions. Is a Aries sun. We both have a North Node in Taurus. We're learning together how to, not rush from one thing to the next and go. And so that's been kind of fun. Like sometimes he'll talk to himself. Kylo, slow down. Kylo, do this, because it's what I'm telling him. But I like that he's kind of repeating it back to himself as he's kind of coaching himself through certain things, which is great. We could all do that to ourselves. So our closing questions for today being, what helps my body feel safe? And where am I allowed to receive more support? I think those are great questions to think about as you go forward this season, this Taurus season. If you're still lying down, you can come on up and join me here in our seated position as we close out for today. Take a breath in. And let's take another breath. If you're just joining me here in our final position. I remember that this is part of a larger journey. We're learning how to live in balance with ourselves through movement, awareness, and flexibility. And if this practice supports you, you're welcome to return. We'll continue moving in alignment, one sign at a time. Next up, we have Gemini. But to close this out, thank you for stretching with me today. Thank you for joining me today, learning with me. And remember, flexibility is freedom and life is free energy aligned. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.